Hi everyone, welcome to Cuisine's third episode. Today we're going to show you a vegan dish fully loaded with protein. Quinoa, tofu, beans, all the goodies united for the maximum of deliciousness. This is a really exciting moment for us, as this episode is our first official collaboration as a new project with another vegan initiative. The people behind the Sydney Vegan Market reached out to us, and we're super grateful for the opportunity to show you our video through their platform on Vegan TV Australia. If you don't already know the Sydney Vegan Market, go and check out their Facebook and Instagram. Hello Down Under! Cuisine is a vegan cooking channel aiming to raise the visibility of trans and queer people, to share our experiences with self-care and to fundraise for community projects. Now let's move on to the tasty part of the video. Triple protein loaded bell peppers. This is a recipe that I just recently created and it is so amazingly delicious. Low in fat, full of nutrients, and it has a lot of vitamin C to boost your immune system. So for today's recipe, we need some quinoa, some kidney beans, tofu, salt and pepper later, coriander, red and green bell pepper, a small shallot or small onion, whatever you got at home, tomato sauce, ground cumin, ground coriander, a little bit of chili powder, and vegan cheese. We start with washing the quinoa and bringing it to a boil. Reduce the heat and let it cook for about 15 minutes. Preheat your oven to 180 degrees. In the meantime, drain the canned beans, rinse them and blend them to a paste. It's okay if it still contains small pieces. And if you don't have a blender, just squish them with a fork or your hands. Put them in a bowl and use your hands to squish the tofu as well. Cut your shallots and the half green pepper into very small pieces and add it to the tofu bean mix with the spices and the coriander. Once the quinoa is cooked, drain it through a screener, rinse it with cold water and add it to the rest. Mix everything well together. Now take the red bell pepper and cut them both vertically into halves. Fill them generously with the quinoa bean tofu mix and place them carefully into a baking dish prepared with the tomato sauce. You can basically use any type of tomato sauce that you can find in the supermarket. I made this one myself yesterday and you can find the recipe in the description below. This delicious goodness can now go into the oven and bake at 180 degrees for about 35 minutes. While the kiddies keep an eye on the bell peppers, let's talk a little bit about self-care.
Max and I have both started social political activism in our teenage years as a response to experiences of marginalization. We've been fighting for a better society and we feel proud for our contribution. At the same time, it came with a price in the form of burnout, depression, and isolation. Unfortunately, this is very common amongst our friends and people of our communities. Each of us, on our own, had to discover a way to make life sustainable, and the solution was self-care. Today, the words self-care are often associated with an expensive lifestyle or with luxury products. But the concept of self-care was actually born within communities who face marginalization and adversity, like the queer community or communities of people of color. It is a political act of resistance, as Audre Lorde said, and it's rooted in emotional and physical self-preservation. The great news is that self-care is a simple process. It's this idea that you check in with yourself throughout the day and give yourself whatever you may need, emotionally, physically, and otherwise. When you practice that regularly, you'll notice how this positively impacts you and your environment. Did I give my body what it needs today? Did I get enough sleep? How much water did I drink? Did I get enough movement? Have I been in one place or doing one thing too long or not long enough? How am I feeling right now? Can I name a few emotions that I've felt today? When was the last time that I laughed with my whole body? What did I do for myself today just for fun? Let's talk about food, shall we? Our body is a toolkit, and nutrition is the fuel for everything we do. Too often, we get caught up in what we do and we forget to eat and drink. Then, when hunger strikes us, we rush to eat something we later regret. Many of us are chronically dehydrated without even knowing it. If you tend to forget, set yourself an alarm to remind you to eat and to drink. before you're feeling hungry or thirsty. Prepare meals in advance. Cut out time to cook for yourself. Choose a balanced diet and the kinds of food that will provide you with slow-burning, sustainable energy like complex carbohydrates, rather than foods that give you a quick rush of sugar fix. After this video, I invite you to sit down, take 5 minutes to write down what does eating well mean for you. Please share it with us and how you practice self-care in the comments. Once you have a clear idea, ask yourself, have I eaten well today? You'll find our top 10 list of concrete tools for self-care and some interesting links on the topic in the description below. Taking good care of ourselves is a daily goal. If you made it until here, you go girl, work mama.
Back in the kitchen, we add the cheese only for the last 10 minutes of baking time. The peppers smell really yummy and they're now ready to eat. This really is an easy, cheap and nutritious vegan dish anyone can make. And as I said, I just recently came up with this recipe because I had bell peppers in my fridge and read about this quinoa burger recipe, and I was like, oh, well, that actually might go well together. And I would like to encourage you, go into your kitchen, get creative, put things together, and you might actually end up with your new favorite recipe just like I did. Where the idea for this dish came from, there is much more. If you don't want to miss out on future recipes, please subscribe to our channel and click the little bell and you will immediately get a notification when we upload a new video. Check out our other social media, Instagram and Facebook. And last but not least, have a look at our website to get more information about our current fundraiser. We're collecting donations for a trans-inclusive children's book, and with your help, we could make this amazing project happen. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon on Queer Cuisine, community cooking for a good cause.